On the takeover on Life FM with Holly and Daz.
Yes, and it's that time of the night for one of these
Wellness Wednesdays on the Takeover. Brought to you by station sponsor Kelli K Naturopath. Book your free intro call today at kellik.com.au.
Yes, we are currently joined over on Zoom by Kelli K Naturopath. Kelli, how you going?
I'm really well, thank you. How are you?
Yeah, going very, very well. You know, feeling, productive, but also well rested here and there. It's good balance, I feel like. But yeah, Holly, you good?
I'm pretty good, thank you. Yeah, not bad for a Wednesday.
Amazing, yes. And as we know, Easter's coming up very, very soon, almost around the corner.
I cannot believe it's next week. That is crazy. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it is absolutely insane. And so, Kelli, you wanted to talk a little bit about tonight about sort of like Easter and sort of like how our food choices are influenced by Easter sort of vibe there. So I guess let's start off by sort of talking about like what sort of factors can actually influence our choices of food.
Yeah, well, there's so many things, and they can kind of be divided into two categories of, the personal factors, so your own food preferences, your finances, your mood, your food ethics, cooking skills, and then there's more the social community factor. So our culture plays a huge part, our social groups play a huge part. Probably less so in the Western world, but food availability can play a part as well.
Ah, there you go.
Yeah, that makes so much sense. It's really interesting to hear that. And another question that I had for you, Kelli, is why is it so hard for us to stick to healthy food choices? Is it because of, what we're surrounded by, as you were just saying, and the influence of Easter?
Yeah, well, I mean, I guess knowing what we should be eating is really only one part of the puzzle. It's like there's so many complex drivers that compete for our attention, which include, the physiological, biological aspects, but also our environment. I'd say probably the ones that come up the most are probably people's habits. Habits are super hard to break. So if you're sort of used to eating certain things at certain times, that can be really tough. But also mood. So, when we crave that comfort food, that can be really powerful because it gives us a burst of serotonin and dopamine that's short-lived, but it gives us that good feeling that we're looking for. And then there's also, the people around us as well will influence us a lot. And depending who's around you, whether you have a good support network, who's on board with the way that you want to make choices, or whether you have people around you that are, it's Easter, just have another one. That can
so
be really tough as well. And that's also really powerful when we're trying to make good, healthy choices.
Yeah, I got to say, as someone who actually works in a supermarket and always sees all the Easter advertising that goes around, it's all about chocolate and Easter eggs and all that sort of things. It really pushes against you if you're trying to stay healthy. But I guess that sort of incorporates into the next question I want to ask you. Like, what role do food companies and advertising play when it comes to our choices for what we eat this Easter?
Yeah, well, they have a huge impact. It's not really any coincidence that, like you say, that you're thinking about those foods. It's in your face all the time. And, the big food companies, like the big fast food drive-through places that we all know, they spend in Australia almost over $500 million on advertising each year. So there's a lot of money, a lot of energy goes into it, and they're becoming very, very good and clever at creating products that have that crave factor. So you want to go back again and again for more as well. So it does play a huge role. And they'll also make it sound, have that association with things that are fun and healthy as well. So you see a lot of those junk food companies or large fast food chains will often sponsor sporting events and things like that. So building that association with something that's good and healthy and fun, it does have a big impact on us.
Yeah, that's so true. And, as you were just saying that, it can be so tricky to break these habits. Do you have any tips for us to help us make some healthier choices, during and leading up to Easter?
Yeah, definitely. So I would say, practice mindful eating. So really try and choose when you eat your treats and your discretionary foods if you can. And then try outside of those times to sort of eat a more balanced diet as well. And I'd also say confide in those that are closest to you. If you don't want to go super silly with the chocolate and hot cross buns this year, if your family and friends are gift givers, maybe say to them, I'd rather go out for a coffee with you, or I'd rather a bunch of flowers or something like that. And just really thinking about how you can be supported and how other people can be supported in that way as well, to kind of support the choices or things the goals that they've set for themselves as well. Yeah, and I think definitely when you are having those discretionary foods and those sweet treats, is combining it with other healthy options as well, so that there is a bit more balance for your body, but also mentally you kind of have a broader idea of, this is our Easter meal. It's not just hot cross buns. There's a whole lot of healthy things there as well.
Yeah, amazing.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. It's very interesting. It's hopefully we'll take it on board going into Easter.
Yeah, absolutely. And Kelli, if people want to get some more information about, sort of like the making healthy choices or, good choices in, sort of around Easter, but more about yourself and sort of the information that you bring, where can they go?
Yeah, well, I actually have a blog post that I wrote on this very topic, which you can find on my website, which is kellik.com.au, Kelli with an I. So you can go there and browse the blog posts and my social media. There's a whole lot of information on making healthy choices and different health-related topics as well.
Oh, amazing. Kelli, thank you so much for coming on the show this evening and helping us, take on Easter with some good nutritional advice. I love it. Thank you so much, Kelli.
No worries. Happy Easter.
Happy Easter.
Wellness Wednesdays on The Takeover, brought to you by station sponsor Kelli K Naturopath. Book your free intro call today at kellik.com.au.